Hey, I'm Brian, and I normally don't do a lot of unboxings on this channel, but today we're going to do a little bit of a Christmas unboxing. Now, this isn't a Christmas present for me, but if you have a tech head in your family, or if you want to gift something to yourself, this might be a cool present idea for you. So let's get this unboxed. This was sent to me by a company called Xreart, Xreart. I don't know, I didn't ask them how to pronounce the name. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, but it's not a very straightforward name. So let's get this out of its package. Oh, there's another box inside the box. And I don't really think I have to make it a secret what is in here, because you probably know from the thumbnail, but still, I think it's nicer to wait to tell you until we actually have it out. Okay, presentation is not bad. There you got the logo. Still very hard to guess the pronunciation of this name. And there we got the piece de resistance. There's a lot of foam in here to keep it protected, but unfortunately, I already heard that before, and maybe you can also hear it. There's something that got loose in here. But if I take off this plastic protector and do the peel, and there we got it. So this is a frame with all of the parts of the iPhone 4 inside. When I saw this, when they wrote me an email, I definitely had to agree right away to check this out, because I thought that it was such a cool gift idea. I'll talk about how they make these and why this is especially a cool gift idea in a minute. But unfortunately the SIM tray came loose, so yeah, the glue apparently wasn't that great right there. So I think I have to re-glue this on. But yeah, these frames, I'm going to put in some nice B-roll shots of this over top of this. I think are a really cool idea, because probably you yourself, and actually a lot of people statistically, have old phones collecting dust in their drawers, and you just keep them around to maybe use them again one day, maybe give them to a family member, but in the end they just stay in that drawer and they're not really used for anything, not recycled, nothing happens. Actually, most phones spend their days after they're discarded this way. Most of them are not recycled or anything. They just collect dust in drawers. There are millions and millions of phones in drawers only around Europe. So I think this is a really cool way of actually getting the phone out of that drawer and turning it into a nice art installation and turning it into a gift for someone who is interested in technology. So I think that is a good way to kind of also get the environmental aspect into this again. And of course, if you have an old phone in your drawer, then you don't actually need to pay the full price for something like this. They actually offer DIY kits that you can buy that is just this frame and some glue, and then you can disassemble the phone and you can create one of these frames yourself, which I think is also kind of a cool DIY gift project, and that is also a really cost-effective solution of turning an old phone that you don't really have any use for into something that you can give to someone and yeah, make them happy with. So on this board you can see you have all of the parts laid out of the iPhone. You have the display, you have the back, you have all of the different components along with labeling. So I think that's kind of a pretty cool idea. And you even have this little quote by Steve Jobs in the lower corner, which I think is really nice. This is one of the last iPhones that he worked on. But yeah, this was just a small unboxing. I hope this maybe gives you an idea of what you can gift someone. I think that this is a really cool idea to make one of these tech DIY frames. Maybe one of you has a piece of technology that is really close to their heart, that has some sentimental value to them, or maybe a loved one of you has one of such pieces of technology and you want to keep that around. Maybe it doesn't work anymore, but you want to display it in a nice way. Then I think this is a really cool way of doing that. So if you want to check this out, you can look at the link in the video description, where you can either get this with the iPhone in it, or also just the kit with the frames. You can put your own tech into one of these frames. And if you want to take that as a way to reuse that old piece of technology with sentimental value, then this is also a very cost-effective present, because these frames don't really cost a whole lot. But of course you can also buy them with the technology inside if you don't want to go through the whole disassembly process yourself. Though, because you're displaying this, it doesn't really matter if you break it in the process, I guess, which is a little bit of a different story if you're repairing it for changing out a component or something. So yeah, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, you know which buttons to press, and don't forget to press that follow button on Twitter. I'm Brian, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.